And we're live!
Yay!
Yay! Hey, everybody!
We're all live.
I'm a guy that's hanging out with some other people. And we're going to play some D&Ds.
What?
Hey, everybody, this is Kicking the Door.
Whoa.
Welcome if you've joined us before, and welcome if you haven't. That's lots of welcomes.
Yeah.
I'm Steven. I'm the Dungeon Master. I got some players here.
That's us.
Is it?
Yep.
Is that an
Yeah.
intro?
That's-
Segueing?
That's
it.
part
You're
of
supposed to introduce yourself.
that's part of an intro.
That's Matt.
It's Devlin.
That's Eric.
Right, that's Ant.
And we're nerds.
Well,
Yeah, we are.
That's fair.
Just own it.
wait, geeks or nerds? 'Cause there's a difference.
That's true.
I'm not smart enough.
Although,
Whatever group got picked on in high school.
Yes.
I feel like it vacillates.
What?
Vaseline.
Basilisks?
Basilisk.
Basilisk. Yeah.
Basilisk.
It's-
Dracolisk.
No,
No.
go back there.
All right. So, who would like to recap for inspiration?
Did I get inspiration from my terrible job last week?
You did.
Okay, cool.
Oh, whack.
I didn't count that.
I can recap.
All right. Go.
All right, so after teleporting to Sifter's Folly, we decided to camp there for the night. Had a few drink. No, that was the week before. All right, we fought the basilisk from last the one before. Harvested some of the stuff off it. Repaired the roof. Set out in the rain. Found a little summoning circle, so it looks like someone was here that brought the basilisk in to attack us.
If,
We've conjectured on different ways they might be locating where we're at. Decided to have a little lead-lined box made so that we might be able to obscure some items if that's what we're being followed by. Got ourselves equipped a little, set out on the road, whereupon we saw off in the distance a group of Saurons that were kind of a combination between a Triceratops and a Raptor, I believe.
Correct.
Were harassing a large barbarian-esque type lady, we're assuming, that had a little bit of stormy quality to her.
Stormy Daniels.
Be able to fight them off, finish them off. She had come back to the camp with us and let us know that she had been actually following us for a while.
Correct.
And we needed to find out why. I had a joke that I wanted to make, and it's not so much a joke as an observation. If you had a pickly basilisk, it would be a Blasilisk.
What?
Blasilisk.
Bla-
Oh.
a Vlasic lisk.
Yeah.
Wah, wah. And you
Why is
lose
it
your
kosher?
inspiration. Just kidding.
Yeah, that joke wasn't kosher.
Boom, boom. All right, so we open the scene. You guys have camped around
Let me close this.
a small fire that you took a little while to start because of the damp conditions and the rain that had been going on for quite a while. Probably had to cover it just to get the fire started.
Tane G. What's her name?
Tane, correct. That was her name, Geo.
I have no problem getting fire started.
That's true. You have the magical skills.
To pay the magical bills.
And I don't know if you guys had tents, but
I believe so.
I don't need it. Son.
No, maybe.
My wagon is covered, so
that's
I
correct.
sleep in a covered
I
wagon.
totally forgot that you retrieved your wagon. So you guys are dry for the most part, except for like the morning dew as you wake up. I'm assuming you set watches. It's fairly normal, especially with a unknown.
Yeah. We've started setting watches in inns and taverns now because we've been attacked a couple of times
That's true.
while we were in
Magical
civilization.
So the morning comes, and the rain has stopped. It's not even misting anymore, although the ground is still wet because it had been raining for quite a while. And the grass is green. The path is muddy, but still usable. Someone had thought to dig drainage ditches on the side.
That's smart of us.
And the sun kind of casts a little bit of a sparkle over the dewdrops. And so you can see, as you traveled the road,
Did you do your house?
you were
I can do that
just
right now.
a few hours away from Quickrest when you had set camp, say like 2 or 3 hours. So you have the hills of Gnock to your west,
The Noki Hills.
the Troll Crags ways to the southeast. Directly to the northeast would be Omoa if you kept following the road. You could continue on the road, stop at Omoa. Okay. I'm assuming you want to stop at Quickrest.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's, I think, what we talked about.
Okay.
Insight roll for my morning jazzercise.
Sure. Ooh, the condition of the Leith.
Yeah, I do well in that. 23.
23. Yeah.
6 years away.
You are fairly confident in
Yeah,
this.
Yeah. Didn't you get a result last time?
Yeah, but it changes for each kind of area.
Oh.
Yeah, that was for, I did one for Sifter's Folly
I see.
while I was there.
Mm-hmm. So this, you are fairly certain that this particular area, which would probably extend to the southern kind of circle area of Quickrest, because as you guys know, the caravan kind of moves, and it seems pretty good for 5 days, and it will only last 4 hours.
So we're clear for 5 and then a 4-hour burst.
Yes.
Did we learn anything about Tane Geel around the campfire?
Did anyone have questions for her on their watch? I'll allow that if anyone had questions for her. She seems, I don't know if you remember, she seemed a little bit reticent to give all the facts of her mission, but she did admit to you that she had spoken to Ilum, Bonegrinder, the necromancer, or not necromancer, sorry, diviner, that you guys originally had talked to Mose about Mose, and she said she was on a similar path to y'all.
Yeah, I would ask her about her connection to lightning, electricity, or something.
Mm.
What was it that we saw? Did she actually use it, or it was just in?
It kind of crackled around her as she raged.
Okay.
And she would say that her when she discovered a way to release the anger within her, she found that it kind of poured out of her like a tempest. That is a barbarian path that's in one of the supplemental materials.
Oh yeah. So yeah, because I kind of compare notes of recently I've been kind of got in touch with that a bit. I could kind of start to feel the lightning.
Yeah, sure. She
She
finds that interesting.
Yeah. So I just kind of compare notes.
But she doesn't have a whole lot to say about it other than like she had been wandering for quite a while, and one stormy night she was attacked by just some random bandits, and she found that she could encapsulate or incorporate some of the storm into herself when she kind of got herself in the right frame of mind.
Okay. I was also thinking I probably don't have like an eyelid on my new robotic eye, right?
It probably has like a camera,
Sure.
like a shutter.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Because I was wondering if I was going to have to deal with that. Like.
Yeah, it might have taken you a couple hours the first night to figure it out, but
Okay.
yeah.
So maybe I asked Fender, is there something you do to?
Your eyes are completely different.
No.
Laser eye. It's completely different.
Oh yeah. That. Okay. All right. So
Magic laser eye is completely different.
Well, it's not really magic.
Well, isn't it though? It's kind of magical.
Well, thank you.
Well,
All right. So I figured that out eventually. Probably the first night I was up a while
Mhm.
trying to get it.
Sure.
I think it's been a couple nights now. I think we were
Probably
like when I
2.
wasn't there. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I probably figured it out by now.
Are your parts interchangeable? Like if you pop out your eye, can you put it in Fender and Fender pops out one of
well,
its eyes?
it's like a LED screen. Is kind of what we determined, right?
Never mind.
Oh,
There was like the
screen.
tiers and stuff.
Oh,
like that.
right.
Yeah, that's right. Okay.
Never mind. What about your legs? Can you trade legs?
Don't.
Maybe.
I don't know.
Come on.
Are you smart enough to do it?
It's not my leg. I don't know anything about it.
Yeah, I think I just got this, so yeah. I don't want to mess around with it.
Yeah, I know medicine. That's outside my.
Yeah, me too.
Me too.
I know nothing about this.
Well, who's riding on the cart with me?
Well, I think Moses is, right?
Yeah.
Someone could ride inside as well.
I'm gonna.
Mose, you driving or shotgun?
I think I'm gonna top look. I'm gonna try.
You did. Look out.
Yeah,
All right.
on the top.
And the crow's nest.
On the top.
The captain's nest.
The captain's nest.
All right.
So
The Moe's nest.
can hey Fender, can you put me on top?
Yeah.
Okay. So he just kind of like half climbs up
No,
and you like
I help him up.
help him up. And I believe you didn't. Did you? You just put kind of like a frame to put a cover, like a canvas over it, right? So he probably like sinks in a little bit, but again, he's a 10-year-old boy, so he's not super heavy.
He's 6,000.
Were you going to try to grow something on top, or did we do that?
We were started, but we never got the. We got the planters built, but I never got the seeds planted yet. I still have the seeds to plant.
Okay.
I'm thinking kind of eventually it's going to be like those gypsy caravan types where it's fully enclosed.
Yeah.
With like a little thing, stuff will fold down
Sure.
for tables and display.
Like a motorhome.
Oh yeah, no, it's a mobile home. It really is.
Yeah.
Should put a motor on there. I'm sure we had to have seen one in our adventures.
A lot of that stuff early on was snatched up and brought to Foundry.
Well, then who was, yeah.
I would appreciate anything you can do being a skilled carpenter.
Yeah, I hope.
Okay. Yeah.
I hope.
All right. So the journey to Quickrest is uneventful.
Is it quick?
You know, takes about 2 hours or so, and you catch up with the caravan. They have not quite picked up for the morning to continue moving. You see, let's see what you see first.
Did we follow through with
just
like
pick one,
skinning one of the hands and making it into a glove so we can use the weapons?
and there he is.
Which one?
The Saurian hands? Like hollow out the
Oh.
Saurian hands, put our hands in them so we can use the weapons?
No.
Did you harvest a saurian hand?
I'm not. I don't remember.
I don't think we did.
No, I guess we won't be doing
Probably,
that.
yeah, probably. Okay.
Next.
Okay.
So as you get near to the caravan, you see a little figure kind of shuffling through the mud, and I guess not dust because it's been wet,
Yeah.
and kind of waving its arms in the air.
Little like a kid or like a goblin?
Well, as it gets closer, you recognize it's a goblin, and Sora probably recognized him because they were the ones who interacted with him. This again is a Mortimer P. Candlesticks.
Ah, yes.
Little again, he was 3 feet tall. He wears kind of very loose-fitting peasant-like robes and a newsboy hat over shaggy hair. He has a beak instead of a mouth, and little kind of red feathers stick out from under his hat.
Was he the one that tried to steal from us?
No, he's the one that.
He was the little artist.
Yeah.
He sketched Sora.
One
Did a kind of
stole
a
from us.
biological diagram.
Okay.
He was there, and he reportedly had a master,
Yep.
who he was actually their assistant.
That's amazing.
Hello,
Greetings
friends.
again.
Hello, welcome. Hello.
Yeah.
Hello.
Oh, yeah.
Hello.
Hi. Sorry.
Back.
Greetings, Mortimer.
Oh, Mortimer, right.
Yes. What brings you back?
More pictures.
You will pose for me this time?
Oh no, not me.
Oh,
Sora's more.
I
Pictures.
am very interested.
Sora wants more pictures.
I will pay you. If not, can you convince?
I can try.
How much?
I will give you a gold piece.
My time's worth more than that.
Think of it this way, Fender. It helps educate others as to what your kind are.
I don't know what I am.
At least it might bring awareness as to what your
No.
group are.
This is okay. He is not comfortable. It's okay.
I don't feel comfortable with
Squawk.
myself.
I'm curious to see what I look like.
You will pose
Sure.
very well.
I have
Good.
a mirror. If you don't know what you look like.
Oh,
I have a tent. Come this way, please. You all come.
okay.
I have breakfast.
Do you do commissions?
You would like picture?
Yes.
Very good. I can do picture
Not of me,
of
of lady.
a pig.
Maybe some kind of design for the armor.
For the Squad
Yeah.
Squad armor.
Can you paint on armor?
I have never done this, but I am willing to try.
That'd be interesting. What about the side of the cart? Do you have anything on your cart?
Not yet,
No.
but I think I have a little sign I keep inside of it.
Yeah. Maybe like a logo or something.
I'll have to start thinking of a logo. Well, if
Have
You're
you
gonna
have you had? So he leads you back to his tent. You can see the man that he travels with. Where do I have that written down somewhere?
and
Yes.
we've definitely decided against Dell and the Deltones,
Yes.
Yeah, I think so.
Dell and the Delights.
I don't want to delve into this.
Oh,
That could be it.
So yeah, he leads you to a fairly well kept tent. It's just a kind of it looks like it could be a 4-person tent. It is kind of dyed red. There's a kind of thick wax coating on the outside, and in a cot kind of towards the back, quite bundled up, is just kind of a mop of kind of light brown hair sticking out of a blanket and kind of snoring rather comically.
Yes, Master sleeps very loudly. I get up early.
Okay. Cool.
And you see in the side, kind of pushing that evenly in the corner, is a folding table. It's a like heavily lacquered and well kept, and it looks like it has like latches so it folds multiple times, and then like pins are stuck in to hold it in place. And on top are carefully, well, I guess there's the shape under a canvas of stacks of books.
How about Ark's Adventuring and Research Posse? We'll call it the AARP.
not a sponsor.
Not a sponsor.
No?
So yes,
Yeah, let's keep
I have breakfast.
breakfast. Oh,
That
great.
sounds good.
Yes.
So he hands each of you a small wooden bowl. In it is essentially hot applesauce. It's like a kind of a gruel just made of grounded spiced apples.
Yeah.
Or like mushed. Sorry, not ground.
You have cinnamon?
Cinnamon. I do not.
No.
He goes over to the table and kind of carefully lifts up the canvas and
Fine.
he pulls out a small kind of digest sized book. Starts flipping.
Oh, cinnamon. Oh, yes. Good idea. I will do this next time.
All right. I'll give it a try.
Look at being the feds.
See what I like on that.
Nose, Fender, Darwin.
Oh,
Sorry.
We could be my feds.
Who is this new friend of yours?
Oh, Mose.
Oh, the little one I've seen. Yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
Tall woman.
Oh, the woman.
Oh.
She kind of
right.
frowns at him and cocks her head slightly, and she goes, "I am Tane. You are a goblin. Interesting.
Never seen a goblin?
It is, well, of course.
Never been nice to a goblin?
I am unusual as well. I have goblin blood.
We're all a little unusual.
Oh, is that why the horns?
Indeed.
I see.
Just look at Robot over there.
And she kind of walks over and puts a hand on Mortimer's shoulder. He flinches a little bit because she's a little bit intimidating.
Yeah.
And she goes, "Well met, friend." And he goes,
Oh, friend. Good. This is good.
and then she just kind of like spends the rest of it just kind of looking around the tent.
Aren't you kind of big for a goblin?
My parentage was of the normal human-sized goblin.
Human size.
Yes.
Interesting.
Scopa, why are you so insensitive?
You may not recall because I think it may have been 2 episodes ago. But the merchant that was in, or at least one of the merchants that was in, I can't remember. Was it in?
Thundertooth Things.
Yeah.
Run by a goblin 6 feet tall named Ozark.
Was he? He was in.
Brightfall.
He was in Brightfall. Yeah, he was.
So the goblins come in different sizes?
They do come in different sizes. Yeah. The more identifying trait is that they all have some kind of animal features. The lore is that somewhat comically said by the elves is that how they were the dreams of trees. Goblins were the nightmares of small animals.
Because they eat them all the time?
Probably.
How long? It's early morning still. How do we want to stay here for the night, or do we want to travel on?
I think we travel on,
going.
yeah. I'm not sure about this portrait. How long is it going to take?
Perhaps an hour?
An hour?
Yeah, time to kill.
All right.
For vision.
You have something to read?
Of course.
Do you know how to read?
Of course.
Wow.
I don't know. It is in Old Tongue, but you can look. I think.
All right. Well, I'll take a look.
Wait, did you get a new tongue?
No. Check.
Read! Read!
Okay, so
What's the old tongue?
the Old Tongue from the book that he brings out is English.
Okay.
Now, the language that's spoken today is a mishmash of small parts of English, Hindi, Swahili, and Chinese, Mandarin to be exact.
Okay.
So there, in the modern language, there are words in grammatical mishmash that have been kind of readapted. The script looks very similar to Hindi in that all the words are connected by a single line, so it shares it's basically like where humankind was at before everything fell apart. They had kind of almost come to this utopia, and then boom. So there was this kind of shared language by nearly everyone on the land, and then stuff happened.
Okay, well,
So
I have an hour or so.
if being just English pre-cataclysm, you get pieces of it, but it's almost like it doesn't make a lot of sense. It's like you recognize a few words and a little bit of the grammar.
So it's honestly just like old English.
Yeah, a little bit.
Any pictures or?
Yeah.
Okay. So
there are pictures.
I'll probably mostly look at the pictures.
You can read those, yeah.
Yeah. Let's say it's actually like
Go dog go.
no, it's like a Time magazine from like 1987.
Okay.
Or at least half of it.
It's still held together after all this time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because
it's timeless.
Because the apocalypse that happened was quantum. Things were preserved and shot through time, and it's all big mess.
Stevens, because it's timeless.
Okay,
couldn't get the.
Let's go with the pun.
Yeah. So I'm going to have my robotic side towards him more, so he gets more of that side.
Mm-hmm.
While he is getting his portrait done, I'm going to look through the town, see if I can find any bits of spell book, any of that.
Sure.
Is there like an electronic dump waste area recycling zone?
For these, no, because they're nomadic, they don't really. They just kind of burying stuff. They just bury their waste, and then move on to the next spot. They probably have a set of stones, so they don't accidentally dig it up again.
And I'll also let the caravan head know when the next mist is coming through.
So you would recall that was, where is it?
Can I go dig up one of the trash piles?
So you would recall that was the caravan leader was named Graham Winterseed. It's a large, kind of thick man with a square jaw and kind of a stern attitude. He thanks you for the information. And I suppose you want some kind of payment for that. No? Well, that's good. Appreciate that. Our medium has been a little under the weather lately.
I'll be here for an hour as well. If anybody is in need of any kind of medical needs,
Oh, of course.
I'm here, and I'm also a mender as well, so I can fix things.
That will come in quite handy. I believe a couple wheels need looking at. And your magic, right?
Yes.
That's quite helpful. All right. Gives a kind of heavy sigh and then kind of walks over back towards his wagon. So yeah, only mostly kind of abrasions, and one of the caravan people has a kind of sprained arm, but you kind of easily kind of reset that and give them some herbs for the pain and go on their way.
Nice.
And any luck on finding spell stuff?
Spell stuff.
Focusing mostly on ritual spells, trying to build up a ritual spell book.
Sure. Would you like to spend luck?
I would.
All right.
I'll even spend inspiration.
Ooh. Look at you.
Oh.
13.
13.
I have a +4.
Okay.
13's
No, I
bad.
have +3
Well,
because I spent one.
You don't find any magic, but
Anti-magic.
in a kind of tin box that's quite worn. It just kind of like sparks your interest, and the person agrees to sell it to you for 1 silver. Inside, you find a nearly perfectly preserved blank, kind of leather bound, like journal. It's blank, but like it would be perfect for like writing spells in. Oh yeah. Wrong page. Here we go.
I thank him kindly.
Want to get up to anything,
Head on my
Sora?
way.
Yeah, so while
You gonna look it
he's
over?
getting his portrait done, I'm going to talk to Mortimer and ask if he's run across any other anatomists of interest, because, and I'll throw out the name Hexatur Gorn.
Hexatur. This sounds a bit familiar. Hexatur. What does he look like? Can you describe?
Big red beard, long hair.
What do you look like? Okay. Human.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Don't recall Redbeard.
no, gray beard.
Greybeard.
Yeah.
Yes. Sounds familiar. I think.
He seemed particularly interested in the anatomy of other creatures, though not from not necessarily in a good way.
Interested in reptiles,
Yes,
dragons.
yes.
He says, important to work. Yes, I remember this. He is here perhaps 9 days? Stop very briefly.
Oh, thank you for that information.
He moves north, I think. Foundry, very bad place. Do not like.
So he was here 9 days ago?
Yes,
Okay. Did he talk to anybody in particular? Or?
he talks to Master. He talks about magic. He talks about mist. He talks about potions.
And was he alone?
He traveled with, like your friend, like Fender.
Oh, interesting.
It is called Icer, I think.
I see.
Very large. 8 feet, I think.
Wow.
I asked to draw, but only once.
Did you draw?
Did not like.
Oh, I didn't. Oh.
I have, from memory, small pictures. I show you.
Yeah.
That would be great. Thank you.
So he goes to what appears to be his own kind of corner of the room, and he pulls out. If you'll remember, he had a large kind of backpack with lots of like scrolls and stuff stuffed into it, and he has this little case that he takes delicately out, and he pulls this kind of small kind of charcoal drawing, and you see. So yeah, again, it's a 8-foot large automaton with a blank kind of face, although it's very kind of mannequin-like, though very thick. It's kind of got a like a very broad shoulders. Its arms look like it was made too big for its body. Not that they kind of drag on the ground, but they're like immense. It looks like if it wasn't like mechanically balanced or something, it definitely wouldn't be able to function like that. And you can see that Mortimer took great pains to draw a kind of. He used blue ink, especially because the rest of his blood just kind of black charcoal. He used the kind of blue ink in the middle to draw this like crystal that's kind of set into the chest piece of Icer.
Does that ring any bells? Of anything we saw in his journal or anything?
Not really.
Okay.
No.
Does it sound familiar to me?
No, you don't know. You don't all know each other.
Are you sure?
Yes,
Did you roll for it?
I didn't have to.
No, I didn't know.
Yeah. So,
Well, maybe we should wake up your master before we leave. Do you think you might know something else?
He is a bit cranky in the morning, but
Aren't we all?
it is about time to wake.
I go outside. I
Yeah.
don't want to wake him up.
okay. So he goes. He gets a small foot and a half foot like stick. It's almost like a wand, whatever, with or a scepter, but like it's kind of polished wood. On the end is a kind of like a child's fist size piece of wrapped cotton on the end, and he kind of like carefully like steps over to the sleeping man, and he kind of taps him on the shoulder.
Master, it's time to wake up.
And then he just jumps back a little.
Wakey, wakey.
And then the sleeping man, in a kind of gust of wind that kind of actually throws his blanket to the top of the tent, and it starts to kind of slowly flare down. He kind of throws up his arms, and this kind of blast of air goes out and knocks Mortimer on his butt. One single like kind of red feather falls from out from under his hat, but he manages to catch it. And he stands straight up. What goes on, Mortimer? What?
Hello.
We visitors. Are your friend or foe?
Friends. Friends. No, yeah, nothing
You should be more convincing.
Well, if we were foes, you would be dead because you were sleeping.
That's true.
That is a solid argument.
No.
I'm not there either.
Or at the very least, robbed.
Ooh.
Would you like some applesauce?
Oh yes, Mortimer does make a good applesauce. Excuse me. If you mind stepping out for a moment, I will put on my greeting clothes, and you can re-enter, and we'll properly have introductions. Yes? Very well.
Okay.
Good. Mortimer, if you will help me with my jacket. And so you guys kind of step outside.
I'll see if I see Dylan anyway.
Yeah, it's the most of the caravan. It doesn't spread further than like you can see. So you probably still see Delwyn like, I don't know, like 250 feet away.
All right,
It's
I'll try to flag you
set
down.
up and,
I notice.
Okay.
I'll come over for him.
Alright, so I fill you in. Looks like Hexatur came by and talked to this guy in here for a bit. So we're just woke him up and see what he knows. But,
Ooh, very interesting.
yeah,
9 days ago, heading north toward Boundary.
and he has a robot with him.
Named Icer. 8 feet tall. Appears to have a giant blue crystal on his chest.
you may come in now.
Okay.
Yes, the master is fully clothed.
Perfect.
Nothing to worry about.
Okay.
All right, so you enter, and okay, so now you can see he's a youngish man, probably I don't know, like 23, with a messy mop of light brown hair. His green eyes are kind of rimmed with a blue that almost seems to kind of swirl in circles. If you stare at him too long, it's almost like that. You know, the effect where like you move back and forth looking at an image, and it could turn one way or the other.
Okay.
Certain those kind of things. So his eyes are kind of like that. His clothes are simple, but he does wear kind of like a nice kind of traveling robe that he seems pretty proud of. And you see that as you come in, he's standing, and he kind of like flicks his hand, and out from under the sleeve, like a pie-sized piece of wood comes out that's covered in leather, and then 3 legs kind of jut out of it, and he puts it down and like kind of sits down. Please come in.
Do we know his name already? Or? No.
No, you don't.
Okay.
I am Bobar Blue Lake, and of course, I think you know Mortimer, my assistant.
We met last time we were here.
Did you?
Yeah.
Yes, he is quite friendly. I do admit I rely on him for a bit more of the social graces.
Well, he does well.
We do apologize for having to disturb your slumber, but if you're willing, we'd like to engage in conversation about the Hexatur.
Oh,
Yes.
strange man.
Yeah.
Yes. Shared a few of my scholarly interests, but a bit odd.
If you don't mind us asking, the conversations.
He had an interest in how the mists play, most the kind of thing that comes naturally to a medium, I imagine. But also the anatomies of various reptilian and subreptilian and post-reptilian ilk, as well as bits of alchemy, and if I do recall, even a bit of pre-mist architecture and engineering.
Can I roll insight on him?
Sure.
21.
Yeah, he seems pretty on the level. Yeah.
Now, when you mentioned the...
Forgive me, please. Have a seat. And he flicks a little lever on his kind of stool, and 3 more wooden things come out, and he kind of here, please, just kind of give it a whip with your wrist, and it'll set itself right up. So yeah, it kind of flicks out. And 3 little legs come out.
Nice.
Now, you mentioned...
and strangely, it also seems to kind of adjust to your height, so that your legs are at that kind of a perfect angle as you bend them to sit down.
Okay.
One of my own inventions.
Pre-cataclysm architecture. Was there anything in particular he was asking about?
Well, I can see by Mortimer's, and he gives him a little frown. Has gone through my literature and has maybe shown you a few things, but I don't know if you're aware, but they used to build things quite tall before.
I've heard something about that. Yeah.
Was he focused on any type or area in particular, or just general?
Seemed to a lot to do with the construction, the materials that they were possibly made of. He had a minor interest in breaking down how they used some kind of composite of stone. I'm still trying to figure it out myself.
Oh, you mean concrete?
It does sound familiar.
You think we should show him the journal? You
We don't have it yet.
We don't have it.
It's being worked on by someone in the other house. We leave it there.
We left it
The
there?
upside down man.
Yes.
Oh.
How could you forget?
Yes, that's why I did
The
that.
man
Oh,
who
nice.
urinates upside down goes into the sky, and Steve doesn't want to tell him.
No, not that.
Dark Under?
Shope Darkunder, yes. The Danig.
Never mind.
And you said you've got kind of unease, ill vibes off him?
Yeah, I don't know. How did you explain him in Mortimer?
If you will pardon my crudeness, he gave me fucking heebie-jeebies.
We appreciate your candor.
Yeah.
And he like kind of puts his hand over his beak and like, I mean, he does have cheeks, so you can see like a little bit of a blush.
Oh yeah, it's based on what we found in his laboratory, isn't it? That's rather creepy.
Yeah.
Yeah, we found some weird stuff in his cave.
And his
Well, maybe you're familiar. Teleportation.
That is something I had been interested in, but hadn't quite mastered yet.
Well, hey, if you wanna learn some more about it, head over to Brightfall. That's where we're not going that way. Never mind.
Well, to clarify, we encountered a device that allowed us to teleport to another location.
Indeed.
Not really knowing how the device
In
functioned.
Brightfall, you say?
Yeah. Yeah. It looked like he had a little secret laboratory set up there.
Unfortunately, not knowing really how the wall operated, I didn't have a destination in mind. So
So he thought of his cart, and we popped up by his cart.
wasn't really thinking of my cart. I was
Well-
just more.
Old magics can be fickle.
Wink.
It's an old digital eye that just.
I was a little nervous going through, so I was kind of guarded.
Understandable.
There's also the complication of it being a one-way trip.
That is unfortunate.
But we think he may be. Are you aware of a creature called a basilisk?
Yes, I believe they turn things to petrify things. Yes.
Yes, I felt kind of
They tried to, yeah.
Yeah, I felt myself going a little rigid, but I was able to fight it off.
He woke up in the middle of the night.
Don't know if he had a lot of interest in lizards and capturing the mists in like dragon glands, like their breath
Interesting.
sacs, and we were actually attacked by a basilisk that had a breath weapon that was.
That is
You have that, right?
quite coincidental.
Land preserved.
Yeah.
Right.
Yes. Oh, yes, I do have that
It's in a
preserved
jar.
gland as well as its eyes.
Well, you wouldn't be willing to sell the eyes, would you?
Oh yeah.
I could see what we could do.
Is he a bard? A humorist of some kind?
Somewhere in there, yeah.
I can see why they keep you around.
Yeah, that and I get hit good.
I'll take them out.
So not so much with the grabber, but humorous. But, all right,
And he doesn't eat.
that's
You don't have
helpful.
to feed him.
That's helpful.
Yeah.
I don't breathe either.
That's unfortunate. I like breathing.
Well, you know,
Yeah.
after
So,
beanie night.
if you don't mind taking a little look see here.
Looking in great condition to you.
Yes. I'll tell you what. I'll give you. First, I'm gonna have to ask for your word. You don't let anyone know I carry this kind of coin.
Of course.
I'll give you 100 gold for them.
Now, it being belonging to all of us.
Yes.
Agreed.
That's fine, yeah.
Yeah, I'll take 100 gold, no problem.
No,
Oh, wait.
That means we can get 25 vendor.
Oh. What about Captain Mose?
And it's
Are
Right.
you not loyal?
currently
Right.
being preserved through magic. There's
Mhm.
about, I can re-up it, but it has about 9 days left before normal preservation kicks back in.
Could you throw in one or two of these stools? I really like these.
Maybe.
Maybe.
So, nobody, Nobody's passive insight or insight is less than 10, right?
14.
14.
Yeah.
50.
He's really underselling the ice to you guys.
Here we go.
Wait a second. These eyes are worth a lot more than that.
Oh,
I just ran it through my database.
oh. Well, I suppose that's unfortunate.
He's not gonna call
Would you
me
say
back.
100 is a fair price for them?
Well, I mean,
He hesitated.
yeah.
We're
Master,
not expecting full market value.
Master,
but
these are friendlies.
Yes, Mortimer, I suppose. All right. So I'll give you 500.
See, I was right.
And,
100 each.
Good job, Bender. Good
Suck
job.
do you have any need of the gland as well, the breath gland that does cold?
I mean, it sounds interesting, but I wouldn't know what to do with that.
You could put it in Mortimer.
Would that fall under alchemy, herbalism?
What
A
the?
gland, trying to use that for something?
You'll be alchemy.
I should have taken alchemy.
Yeah.
Like perhaps you could grind it up and turn it into a potion of some kind with herbalism.
Ooh, I want to shoot ice beams. I have a slot. You didn't see it. I have a slot. Let's go.
Equipment slot.
Yeah.
Yes. So I'm sorry. Excuse.
Sucks because I can't.
So 500.
I was just thinking about if I'm going to travel to Brightfall, I need to save a little bit more, but that was uncouth of me, and of course I'll give you a fair price.
Apology accepted, and we appreciate it.
Well, if you go to Brightfall, mention us. I think they might help you out a little bit.
Here, you can have this
I will-
face-painted rock that I have.
Interesting. Thank you.
But I would like at least one of these skills. You want to throw them in?
I suppose you can have one.
I don't remember when I got the face-painted rock.
I think you found it in gun.
Oh, it's in the garbage pile.
Shoot, what was his name?
The
other goblin.
Oh, yeah. Wonka, Wazo.
Ozark?
And are you familiar with
Thunder?
Saurian
No, the little
items?
guy with the wheelbarrow.
Yeah,
Oh,
Wazo.
oh, wow.
Wadger. Yeah.
Right.
Are you familiar with Saurian?
I don't know enough to stay away from them.
Oh, yeah, we've killed like 8 of those guys now.
That many?
Have you? That's
No, I thought it was
Well,
6
killed,
or 7.
Something like that.
that's like 8.
Okay.
you disposed of the bodies, yes?
Sure.
Um,
Define
Mostly-
dispose of the bodies.
no.
No, we
Well,
Nothing to do.
this is completely unfounded, mind you, but I've heard that they can use some kind of magic or, I don't know, analyzation of areas where they've been.
To what ends?
Well, other folk who've had forays martially with them seem to be always looking over their shoulder.
Oh,
Although that's more with the scouting parties, I think.
Wait, you mean
Now,
You may have
wholly-
noticed that sometimes they appear ready for war, and sometimes they appear to collect things.
Yeah.
No, they're the two we encountered were two different forms of Saurian, right?
Mhm.
They were not the same.
Right. Yeah.
Are there the scouting parties? What would you happen to have any kind of sketch or anything on what they look like?
I have descriptions. They're more lizard-like, and they carry rods of a sort, I believe, with tines on the end.
That
That's our
was
roads, yeah.
that the first group or the second group?
The search group.
First
yeah.
group.
Yeah, those are the collectors, as far as I understand.
We've seen them, and we've also seen another group.
Like
Automatic
3 horns or something.
yeah.
shotgun thing.
Describe the two different ones
Mm.
that we've seen.
Yes, those sound like the two groups.
So wait, you're saying
Are there more, or is it just those two?
Those are only those two I've heard of.
So you're saying, though, I'm one to misunderstand. You're saying with the second group, not the scouts, not the collectors, that they can revive themselves?
Oh no,
Or
that
that's-
would be some kind of something I'd be quite interested. But no, perhaps I'm being unclear. If a collector has an interest in you, one should be wary.
Oh,
Might be marking us or something.
And they might be able to divine from the area of battle who was responsible.
Yes.
And then-
we went. Oh, okay, not good. So we need to burn the bodies.
is
What
that
about their equipment?
Quite a conundrum.
no? Like if we have their equipment,
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
right.
Do-
Put it in a lead box.
I don't think those are going to fit.
But that is a good note. Perhaps we should take any of the stuff that we found down in that area.
and leave it with you.
No, and leave it, put it in that box, in addition to what's already in there.
Sure.
Makes
So-
sense to me.
So these two groups, do they get along? Yeah.
they don't really speak. At least any language that I've heard or understood.
Oh, they've gone.
Well, that sounds about right.
Yeah.
I did try and parlay with the first ones.
Yeah.
They shot at me.
Right.
I thought it was rather rude.
Right.
That's true.
Yes,
You didn't squawk at them though.
other than collecting and occasionally attacking folk, I don't really understand. There's no rhyme or reason to it.
So you also spoke of anatomy and alchemy, and it was anatomy on lizard type creatures.
Yes.
Do you think he's helping the Saurians?
That would be odd.
Oh,
No, but it could be related to
yes, Bender.
the basilisk.
Right.
Oh.
That would make sense.
You said the basilisk had a breath weapon as well.
Yes.
Yeah,
That
it's in the
is-
chart here.
But it looked,
I've heard of that kind of thing, but
but it seemed a
it
natural.
does seem quite a coincidence.
It seemed a natural part of it
Yes.
instead of like
Right.
surgically modified, like kind of
As far as I could tell.
how my companion is slightly modified.
I see this. Yeah.
So that was the architecture, alchemy, anatomy.
Where is that?
I'm a dabbler in the arcane arts, but
Are you?
too much. I do a little. I have a book that I can do a few spells out of.
I mean, would you be interested in giving me a little of that gold back for a scroll or two?
Yes. Be nice to be able to study and try and add on to my existing abilities.
So we all got 100 extra gold. 100 gold then?
I get. Well, I mean, are you keeping a share for Moe's? Because that's 500 in his.
Right. So we each get 100.
So
No.
I mean, how do you want to divide it? I mean, 125, I guess.
That's fine. I mean, obviously you're going to spend it. We don't have extra, so we can figure it out later.
Do we just want to put it into a pool then?
Currently in the party pot.
Yeah.
Speaking of books, do you even have any books on pre-cataclysmic languages with you?
Well, there's this one.
One that I
Spanish
can
1,
read.
2.
Is it worth luck to you?
Based on my character, yes.
All right, go ahead and roll for me.
Alright, here goes. 12 on the die, plus 1, 13 total.
Okay. You find.
So I spend a luck, right?
Yeah, you spend a luck. You find a mostly intact Latin dictionary.
Alright.
Eric, does Scophus speak Orc?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. You find that it's very similar
Yeah.
to Orc.
Huh. Interesting.
What are you trying to say?
Yeah.
Right.
Sure.
Yeah.
How much does it cost?
You just found it.
10 gold.
You stole it.
All right. I will pay him.
Wait. Could he
What?
steal
He, they
Could
could
they-
steal it,
it?
yeah.
Could they steal it?
I mean,
Would
it
you
doesn't
steal
seem like Sora's that type necessarily, but it's certainly an option.
10 gold.
Perhaps,
All right.
perhaps if they felt 10 gold was too
Fine.
much, they could steal it. So as far as the scrolls, Bobar is willing to sell you any first level scroll for 75 gold.
Why with this?
Yeah.
Can you
How about
learn that spell?
alarm?
Yeah,
This
definitely has that.
Some letters,
Is that like
I think
the way
some
the
I
scrolls
don't.
work? I thought it was one time
My
use.
people use them.
But can you
Unless you
learn
can
this?
copy it into a book, yeah.
Interesting. How do you pronounce these words?
And I believe
Wow.
It's a ritual.
Just
if
like
it's
written
can be
there,
cast as a
I guess.
ritual, then you could copy it into a ritual book.
These letters correspond to as far as sounds.
Oh, right.
Cool.
And that will be the feat I'm taking it for. I'm just
Sure.
Do some work.
doing my pre-work.
Take some
Yeah,
notes.
fair.
This could be handy.
So it's here in the beginning, this is a dead language? That's not true.
Interesting.
So yeah, to you it looks like kind of a crude, like early dialect of Orc,
Okay.
Like Old English.
like Old English.
Well, but I can read it. Right? So it's not that different.
It's like maybe I don't know, fifth or 5 or 6 year old, like starting. You can read it, but it takes a really long time.
Okay.
The book
Did we have any other questions for him, or should we
will
allow this gentleman to go back about his day?
Yeah, I don't think so. Did what was Kane doing? She was staying.
Yeah, she's just like
absorbing.
yeah, kind of taking in. She seems the strong, quiet type, pretty much. Like
Offender.
Did she react at all when we mentioned anything about Hexatur? I don't think we talked about that.
She does not.
Did you check? Okay. Well, it's been nice talking to you.
Yeah, I think we're good. Did you finish the portrait?
Yes, I am done. Do you like?
Yeah,
It's
am I in it?
his so like the one he did of Sora.
Yeah.
It's somewhat kind of fractured. He tends to focus on bits of anatomy, but it's super detailed. It's like the lines are crisp. You can tell exactly like this is your shoulder. This is these muscles. He did like focus a lot on places where kind of metal and flesh were like closest. So there's a kind of like shot of like your hip where the metal kind of fuses in, and then it's quality. The quality is excellent.
So can I buy this from you? It would be helpful.
Oh, perhaps I give you a copy?
How long would a copy take?
Yeah, I don't have another hour.
Copy take longer.
Right. Oh, well, maybe when I come back, we can work on a copy. Yeah.
Very well, I can do this.
All
Ah,
right.
Cool. See ya.
I wish you luck on your journeys and hope to see you again.
Yes.
Thank you. You too.
You too.
Do I notice anything in the picture, anything you drew that I hadn't noticed before on me? Any details, anything?
Did you take your shirt off?
At some point, sure.
Okay. He did really focus on the tattoo as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
So take a look at that.
So Yeah, you can see. Whereas, like when you're looking at it, obviously you don't have like a lot of mirrors to look at or anything.
Yeah.
And you were one-eyed for a long time.
Right.
There's a lot more detail than you thought there was.
Make sure he didn't fill in more details.
Yeah, the lines, although like it's a simple circle with like kind of wavy lines and like solid circles coming off of it. It on closer inspection and looking at the drawing itself, you notice it's not it's almost like filigree. It's very kind of complex designs within designs or in the line work.
Interesting. Thank you.
And you guys have Arcana trained, right? You too?
Yes.
Yeah, go ahead and roll that.
Yes. Yeah.
8.
There's something magical about that tattoo.
But the correction for earlier, my passive is actually 16 for insight.
Ooh, wow.
Interesting.
And since now I have a little extra cash, I'm going to try and buy a shield
Tattoo.
Okay.
as well.
Yeah, you fairly
Yeah,
easily
yeah,
find a shield to buy within the camp.
For how much?
Indeed.
Book price is 10.
Is it better than mine?
Are you? They're going to ask for a little bit more.
I'll bargain.
Okay.
I enjoy the game of bargaining.
Sure. They set the initial price at 15. If you're willing to pay that, fine. You don't have to roll anything.
Certainly not.
But you can roll like persuasion to bring it back down to normal.
There's a scuff here on the.
Come now, be honest. I mean, we know this. I mean, 22.
Yeah. You bring it back down to 10.
Or it might be 20.
Yeah, they only got 16. So.
What if it's something like a item you picked up?
21. I have a plus 5 in it.
Yeah, the resident kind of merchant has kind of the same role that you do. He mans his own cart with like various goods. I don't know if you remember him before, but it was Hulpleton. He's a rather tall Kenku gentleman, wears a top hat, and he actually, like, even though like he didn't get the price he wanted out of you, he seemed like super into just like the exchange and the haggling.
Oh yeah, no, it's good fun.
Does he have any guitar strings?
You can roll luck.
Is that one I have to spend?
For a specific thing, yeah, you would have to spend it.
Something I'm not good at.
Can I lick through his junk?
Whoa.
Sure, roll luck.
Bird junk.
Wait, what's the bonus on 11? 0?
Yeah, 0.
So 9.
9. You find for whatever reason that you find like a old, like dirty but intact strawberry shortcake doll.
I look at his junk.
It's weird, and it actually still smells a little bit like strawberries, although like plasticky. And it's dirty. It's been gathering dust for like at least months.
This beat up old thing, how much?
I'll give it to you for a silver.
That's silver? I want to clean this up.
Okay, 5 copper.
Alright, yeah.
Can I look at its junk? Through his junk?
Sure, go ahead and roll luck.
15.
15. All right.
I don't
Yeah,
think that's anything, is it?
it is actually. Huh. That's a threshold number. 15, a single mundane item that is immediately useful.
Nice.
Oh wait, you didn't. Can be useful. Whatever, I'll give it to you.
Yeah. X gonna give it to you.
Oh,
I don't have any
Let me close that
mundane
window.
items. Name some mundane items.
Okay. Guitar strings.
buckets, chests, bells,
Hat.
mess kits, manacles.
How much is a bell?
A bell is 1 gold.
It's a lot of gold for a bell.
You find
Oh, yeah.
so this is what you find. No. Yeah, why not? Yeah, you find an old school red LED alarm clock.
It calls to me.
Yeah,
I want
you're like, I actually could plug this into myself.
it. And that way they
There's
won't-
like a little compartment that like on your side that you like didn't really know it did.
and it just looks like it'll fit perfect in there.
Yeah.
They won't have to ask me about the time anymore. Oh no. But they can know. How much for it?
This is pretty.
No. Come on.
Yes. 15 gold.
15 gold. I can't even count that high.
Of course you can.
Why do you think I need the counter?
That is timepiece.
Right. Why do you think I need it?
Roll deception. Trying to play dumb.
Ugh.
No, not doing well. Good. 15 gold.
Could you talk to him?
Makes a red light. Very fun.
How long have you had it?
About a year.
How many people do you think have looked at it? Do you want to clear up some space?
Okay, 10 gold.
Better. Yeah. All right.
Deal. Gives you a quick shake of the hand.
Give me something else too. What else you got for me?
Compliment. You are very shiny.
Okay, I'll take it.
And a bucket. 5 gold.
All right. Right, yeah. So that exchange happened.
Alarm clock. I plug it in.
No.
Okay, it blinks 12 at you.
Oh. Just fiddling around with it.
For sure.
Does it play music?
Oh, shoot. Just roll luck for me. You don't have to spend one for this. Is that it? Yeah, I
Yes.
think. Oh,
The opposite
bummer.
of the good one.
Oh, wow. Okay.
No, it's not play music.
So,
It summons a demon
no.
named Eric Clapton.
What? So, let's have a powwow.
Okay.
What is the most annoying song you can think to wake up to?
Friday. By Jessica Black.
No,
Is that
I'm
one-
not familiar with that one.
Is that not the
It's
day?
Friday.
Oh,
Wake up the
actually,
other
that's.
day? Yeah, I forget what it was.
Oh, shoot, what was
I'm
that
sure
song?
anything from Insane Clown Posse would annoy the crap out of me.
Sure.
No offense to Carl if he's watching.
Offense to Carl.
Direct offense to Carl. Yeah.
Probably, I don't know, like,
Bob?
oh wow. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
It's Mbop.
What was that?
Hanson song. Well, you're too young.
How about just on repeat, the wheels on the bus go round and
Oh no.
That's pretty bad too. Let's go with that one.
I like that one.
Okay. So like,
It's the only song it'll play.
yeah, that's the only song it'll play.
No. It's a weird radio station to pick up. I can't wait to play it on road trips.
Oh boy.
The whole time on road trips.
Now I just need to find a bus. Okay. So that's everybody's done something, right? Is ready to move on?
Yes.
Sure.
All right.
Goofs are done in this town.
Goofs are done in this town.
So, well, so I say, so he's heading towards the Foundry. Should we still heading the way we're going, or?
I
9
said we
days
were
ago he went to Foundry.
Yeah, but if we,
Yeah, he's already teleported back and sent a basilisk at us.
So the Six-Sided Sea is approximately 6 days south of Foundry.
So we'll stop by.
I see.
Okay.
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 It is kind of on the way. Of note, the spot that Wadger had told Sora about, another kind of hidey hole, is just along, again, the edge of the hills of Gnak.
Okay.
So if you didn't go to Amoa and went a little more just kind of directly north off the path, you could hit that, or at least in the area of it.
Okay. I will inform the captain and the crew of our option.
So what is it?
It's a mystery.
It's a shelter, basically.
It's a
Case-
Hey, that's a joke. Good job, Fender.
Thanks. I got those down.
So Tane kind of clears her throat and she goes, I realize it's the child is important,
He's the leader.
but you let him make decisions?
He's kind of our...
and Mose goes, hey, I'm the captain.
Yeah, don't insult our captain, Dan.
yeah.
I would say we more present him with options, and he helps us clarify which direction we should go.
Very, very well. I suppose that makes a little more sense.
Yeah, he's kind of our...
Magic 8-ball?
yeah, the compass.
I don't know what that is, but
We kind of use him as a divining rod,
Yeah.
yes, I think
gauging his reaction to determine where to go next.
you did mention that before.
Yeah, pay attention.
Well,
Onward.
I suppose you where did you want to head next?
We're going to be we'll pass through Umoa on our way.
You do want to follow the road.
Yes, I think that would be the quickest, actually. Trying to take this wagon off-road could be
That's true.
challenging and
Or
actually
wild
slow things
ride.
down.
Very well.
I mean, I'm more than willing, if it's the group's consensus, I'll travel off-road. I'm willing to give it a shot.
I'll need to
And
be...
Moses'
go
eyes
past
widen and he just goes, adventure. Adventure.
Right. It would only be to go faster, but I think it wouldn't be, right? Sounds like it would be slower.
A little slower.
Yeah,
The road allows us to travel at our maximum potential.
yeah. I think we're good.
How about the Seekers 5?
Seekers 5. That makes me number 1.
Sure.
That is how math works, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not number 2, so.
What does that mean?
Nothing.
Poop.
Tell him.
Poop. Poop's funny.
Yes, it is.
Always fun.
Fender, do you poop?
Tane kind of like looks at Mose for a second and she goes, yes, poop is funny.
Yay!
It's universal.
All right, Captain.
Can't be.
Reins or crossbow?
Hiya!
All right, I'll ride crossbow.
Okay.
So we're onward? On the road again?
Yes. Let's go.
Well, that might be.
Okay,
Yeah,
just in
that-
case there's.
Not a-
Yep. Yeah.
You
I think
can
we're.
sing it, Fender.
I think we're allowed so many bars before.
We're in this.
God.
Or fair use. I don't know. We'll have to. Please don't sue us. We don't have any money anyway. So
Steve's got money. He just doesn't want to share it.
no, I don't. Sad dungeon master. Anyway, so you guys head off back on the road.
The wheels on the.
They do some things.
What's a bus?
I think if we listen to the song enough, it'll tell us.
I don't think
Okay. So traveling to Amoa. Boom, boom, boom. Boom,
Going
boom,
through
boom.
the town.
Looks like
We go through
about
towns.
so. Right.
4 days by road.
Maybe we're
Quickrest.
4 days?
It's
Especially with the mud that has change the road a little bit.
Right.
So the wagon's moving a little bit slower.
Delwyn, are we a bus? The wheels are going round and round. We go through the towns. Sounds like bus material to me.
Yes, we are.
Okay. We'll just have to listen to the song 500 more times to be sure.
Can you play it backwards? Maybe there's some hidden messages.
No backwards on this.
So
one.
let's roll some scout, quartermaster, and trailblazer rolls.
No.
I'm the
Natural
survival.
20.
Natural 20, nice.
I'm the survival one.
You are.
That's a 10.
Okay,
Quartermaster, but I
Yep.
will cheat and use purify food and water and create water.
good deal.
Whoa.
Oh no!
Double ones, my friend.
Double ones!
Oh,
Holy cow. Okay.
Oh no, the people who eat and drink are gonna die. This is the Fender show now.
Okay.
My spells aren't working.
So,
I mean, you still have supplies.
okay.
yeah, I mean, I have rations.
You just you do your magic, but the water just stays brown.
Oh.
All right.
Ooh.
Poo. Remember those? Put poo in the water.
Oh.
Okay.
I think I might have hit a wild magic zone. It's not functioning correctly.
Oh, that'd be fun. We should make him roll on magic. Real wild magic.
Okay. So, it's the second day, and you guys have kind of picked up your gear to move on. You're just kind of packing up the wagon, putting everything kind of back in its space from moving it to make sleeping spaces, and
The wheels on the bus go round and round.
there is. What's that? Yeah, actually having everyone roll perception.
This ant's 20 count.
I rolled a 1. You rolled a 1.
Holy cow!
Not our day.
Okay.
What about Moses?
Moses
And
is a deep sleeper, so he's not seeing
what
anything.
about
Tia?
Tame?
But Tame can possibly
Tame?
Tame. Ooh, okay.
And lady.
Sure, lady can roll. No,
6.
lady's perception. So let's have everyone luck off to see who is the closest to Tane when she sees this.
Excuse me?
How many days in is this?
The second day.
4.
I'm just rolling to get my luck back to see if it goes back up to 18.
20.
11, so I'm back up to 18.
20.
10.
22.
Ooh.
Yeah, the natural. 21, I guess. The natural 20.
And
Do I earn more?
I
for
get
that?
10.
so I got a 4.
All
Okay. So Dalwyn was sleeping closest to Tane.
I think my natural 20 is out of sleeping.
Oh, wait, you got a natural 20?
Yeah, I got a natural.
Oh, okay, sure, yeah. Then you
I have an 18 in it.
It doesn't matter.
It's a skill check. It does matter.
2 more.
20 is not always a
I'm
success.
sleeping on top of you.
You're to either side of her.
right.
You have your
Yeah.
kind of robot awareness anyway.
She's middle spoon.
I don't sleep.
She
It's the warmest
actually she doesn't shy away from
thing. Cuddles.
communal warmth. Yeah, she's not
No, it makes sense.
she's not concerned about it.
Watch out for the horns.
All y'all fart too much.
I don't fart. Just in my mouth. To alert everyone, I can just play the wheels on the bus.
Gross.
Oh my God.
Check the challenger before we get into this.
This is a terrible song.
You're welcome.
If you listen to one song too many times, it's the most annoying song.
Yeah, but if you keep listening to it, then it gets good again.
Can we please have?
I would almost rather listen to that than anything from ICP. So,
When I wake up,
Oh,
all
jeez.
offense intended,
Come
Carl.
on.
If you're
it's
watching,
gotta happen. With the 20, it's
he
gotta
said he was going to watch
happen.
tonight. So,
All right.
Wham. There you go.
When I wake up, I know I'm gonna be the
Hey.
man.
okay, I think
All right.
so far you can go with that as
No,
well.
I can go as far as I want.
You have to hear it all the time. It's gonna be like,
You're not my girlfriend.
oh, no.
That's bad. That's bad.
Look at who's here. We're gonna die!
Forget.
Oh,
No!
So,
What?
Tane kind of prods you kind of sharply in the arm.
She hits play on my.
Shoot, come on.
Imps.
Where is it?
I for imps. G for goblins.
Oh, I thought you were writing the G in front of you.
No, I'm not talking about your day job.
What? No, the open source image manipulation
No,
program.
that's not what you meant.
Yeah, you know.
That's super not what you meant. Everybody knows it. You know, gyms.
like gifts.
Yeah.
Yes, GIF.
Yeah, you see? There's another case for GIF. Jimps. You don't call them jimps, because that sounds racially insensitive.
Okay.
Creators say it's GIF.
Yeah, well, the creator can shove it. Is he the creator of English? No. Certainly not.
Wait, God came down and said,
Some kind of.
"Wow." All right. I mean, I guess I'll say it.
There's a kind
it's
of.
bad except to change format though. It's a hard G.
She's like, do you hear that?
It's not really-
The ground is shaking.
Yeah.
It's not graphics.
So the three of you can roll initiative.
Yeah.
I immediately hit play on my.
All right, so who's wrong?
You two are still asleep.
Yeah, that's why we're having the
That's
conversation.
3 5.
We're doing this. What the hell is a GIF? Yeah, GIF? I don't know.
Graphic something.
Graphics interchange
Where'd
format.
my little picture go?
Hard
Graphic.
G.
Darn it.
Go.
Yeah, I know.
We're on the same side. We're arguing for the same side.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
I'm not disagreeing with that.
Jump. God, that's
Okay.
bad
Delvin, what's your niche?
16.
16. Fender.
7.
7.
Oof.
Oof. Tango
She
last.
tripped.
It's gem, not gem.
And the beasties.
Beastie Boys. Oh, come on.
14.
Roll this one for that.
So a mere 20 feet from where you guys have camped, the ground erupts, and a insect-like creature that looks like a cross between a mantis and a beetle, or even some kind of like centipede-like characteristics, kind of bursts out of the ground as kind of dirt and mud and grass is thrown everywhere. And quickly after, a split second after that, another one bursts through the ground.
Huh.
And they begin to skitter towards you.
Menacingly.
But that is just them appearing, not actually acting. So you still have a moment to act.
I hit play on my.
Well,
Oh, I don't get to go first.
no, that's just describing the initiation of the combat.
And there's just 2 of them.
There is 2 of them, yes.
And I'm acting first.
Mhm.
Well, heck, I'm going to try and fairy fire them.
All right.
I believe that is a dex save for them.
Sure. Okay. Double deck saves.
Cool.
Wow.
Thanks for using my dice for that.
An 18 and a 20. It's a wasted
Don't
natural
touch
20,
my
by the way, but
dice.
still. All right.
And I will.
So, just the way they burst out of the ground, it's a little hard to target them. So this spell just kind of fires into the air.
But then I just pick up my shield. I forgot. Medium armor you can sleep in, or no? Or is that just light?
Medium armor you cannot sleep in without waking up with exhaustion levels.
Then I just shield.
Okay.
And I just bang on my shield a little bit to get everybody awake.
Okay. So the 2 of you can roll perception at advantage.
That's good. 15.
15 is what you needed.
I got a 12 on the die. My perception is 14. That is 14 total.
All right, so you're still asleep.
Well,
But like right on the brink.
Yeah, you've basically just incorporated that noise into your dream. So, like one does with an alarm clock sometimes.
right?
Um,
The phone's ringing.
so now you can join the initiative, but you're at disadvantage for initiative.
Disadvantage? Oh, okay. Ooh, 16.
Wow.
Not bad.
Okay.
So I act this turn or next turn?
You'll act next turn.
Okay.
Mark.
Mark one.
Okay. Actually,
No, yeah, it'd be.
no, you can act this turn.
Okay. I think I'm still alive, okay?
No, you're 16. Like you're like laying next to Delwyn, and he's like bang, bang, bang. You're like,
Yeah.
all right, I'm up.
Would you just lose the
I wasn't
surprise
sleeping.
condition?
I'm just gonna say you can act
Okay.
because they weren't really stealthy. They just kind of burst. It's just like more like you just weren't ready for it. It's not so much.
But I'm still after Fender, right?
You are a split second after Delwyn.
After that one.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You were just ready to go anyway. Just waking up.
Okay. So I'll grab my staff and shake Sora. And if I have a chance, I'll try to swing it.
Sure. You can roll again at advantage. This time the DC is lower.
Got 17 on the die.
There. All right.
Nice.
So now you can roll initiative at disadvantage.
All right. Oh, good. 5 total.
Okay.
All right, so robotic arm, just slam with the quarterstaff.
Okay. Are you gonna stand? Because you're prone.
Right. Yeah, I do a little kip up thing.
Sure. Cool.
Mechanical leg. Did that
Cross
take up anything? Or just move?
Takes half your movement.
Half. Okay. And do I have enough movement to get over there?
They were 20 feet away.
Okay.
So,
So yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm at 40, right?
Yeah. Right. Because
45.
you have extra movement. So you're-
Okay, so that's a 14 to hit, and the bonus attack is
14 hits.
and more. Okay, so 2 hits.
All right. So its carapace is pretty hard, but you
What is it?
clock it pretty good.
So 12 damage total.
Nice.
I try to stomp one of them and smash the other one, of course.
Oh, you hit just one?
Or
Or are you trying to hit both of them?
Well, I don't know. I mean, I'll try to squish one first. If it's still moving, I'll squish it with my foot.
Smack stop.
Did I not say how big they were?
Yeah, I assume they're huge.
They're about the size of a horse. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, then I'll whack one and then kick it with my foot.
Sure. Yeah. Okay.
Same one. Yeah.
Same one. Bueno.
I don't know. Oh, that's right. Sorry. Oh, I didn't even realize. Let me roll for advantage.
The fair and fire didn't work.
They both save.
Yeah.
Mark.
So, Fender, you're up.
Sure.
Yep.
Okay. Run up.
Power up.
Oh, I was already up. I'm always up. You know what I mean? I'm just gonna take a swing.
Okay.
With my axe. 16 on the die.
Mm-hmm.
4 plus 4 is 8.
8. So they are large. So you actually hit it. Just you hit it at the carapace at like a certain way that it just kind of like deflects and a little chip comes off. But it doesn't look like you did any damage.
The slashing? Slashing didn't do any damage? Or just
I thought you said you had an 8 for the hit roll.
for damage?
Oh, it was 8 for damage. Okay, yeah. No, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, you heard it.
I take a bite out of the crown. Yeah.
Yeah. So you cut a little bit into its meat. A little piece of the carapace flies, and the meat like underneath it looks a little bit like lobster.
Ooh.
I do hit
Yeah, but-
right. For the wheels on the bus.
All right. It's haunting.
Is it scary?
Sora, you're up.
All right. Sit up. Shoot. One with my bow. Let's see. So the one that
So you're gonna stand and fire?
yeah,
Okay.
one that Scope is attacking.
Sure.
All right. 14.
Mm-hmm.
Excellent. Excellent. So 6 piercing and 8 sneak.
Okay.
14. So they can be
14.
sneak attacked.
Quick math.
34.
Yeah. Okay. So like, it has like 6 eyes, 6 kind of black, fully black eyes, and you send the arrow like directly into one of them, and it kind of like squeals at Scofa because you're further away. Okay. And then
Jeez.
it's their. Oh, I skipped them. Whoops. All right. So apparently they're going to be acting after Sora now. Because that's my bad. All right. So let's have Scofa is definitely going to be attacked. And Fender ran up to one too. So yeah. So that's all we.
They could both attack. Scope.
Wow.
Hold on. There's a reason. Because I don't want to get hit.
Wait for it.
All right. So Scofa, it kind of lunges at you with its kind of pincher-like
Protection.
mandibles. Is that something you can do as a reaction? Mm-hmm. Oh, cool. All right. So you get a bonus.
Disadvantage on your attack.
Oh, disadvantage. Okay, cool.
See?
Oh, you're fighting the same one?
Yeah, aren't we?
They're like 10 feet apart.
Are we fighting the same one? That's why it's
Yeah.
got a bunch of damage.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense. Okay. Yeah, for sure.
How many times can you do that?
Once around.
Really? Nice.
It's a fight. Yeah, it's his fighting style.
Maybe you want to double check that, because I did just make that up. Suck it.
Yeah, look at that.
Hold on. Now does it attack its friend?
It's 10 feet.
No, it's a 7, not a 1.
Oh.
Yeah. Nice try then. Okay. So that means Sora, Tane, and Delwyn are going to luck off to see who it's focused on. The second one.
No. Right. 11.
Tane got 16. Roll your luck for me, Delwyn.
Oh. 16.
Oh, okay. So it's Sora. And let's have you odd or even.
I am an odd person.
Okay.
Sure.
So odd is good for
Which
you.
one do you want?
And that's odd. All right. So it bites you. Or it tries to bite you.
AC is 15.
Is it?
Yes.
Okay. Lunges at you with its nasty mandibles. And 17 hits you.
And yes, it does.
Disadvantage.
If the target is a large or smaller creature, it is grappled.
Dang it.
So your move is now 0.
Uh-oh.
But you can disengage as a bonus action.
Yes.
So you take, as its mandibles crush you,
Wait a sec. I got another good song. Take on me.
10 points of slashing
Holy
damage.
crap.
Why is it when you use my dice, it does good?
And 1 point of acid damage.
Oh, boy.
Your die sucked. My die.
Ooh, I'm sorry.
Right?
Max.
Like, what?
Okay. And then Tane's turn. So she immediately, like, if you remember, she has kind of like a, basically she has, her weapon is a lightning rod. It's a mace that's a lightning rod.
Yeah.
So she like smacks it against the ground, begins like her breathing kind of like intensifies, lightning starts to crackle around her body and like between her horns, and then she kind of like swings at it.
Nice.
That'll be the one that you're fighting. And that's gonna hit. So a bolt leaps off of it along with her weapon. And it takes a total of 13 points of damage.
Woo!
Okay. So it's hurt, but still up. As it kind of like looks a little shocked by her attack. And we're back to Delwyn.
The energy in this fight is electric.
Oogie, 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 oogie.
All right. And they're still within 20 feet of each other? 20 foot cube?
10 feet of each other.
Okay. I am frustrated that it didn't work for the first time,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm gonna try again.
You try
Little
fairy fire
multi-light
again?
and try and light them up.
All right.
Straight for the first time.
Dex
Oh, right.
DC 14.
They have no bonus, so they fail.
All right. You guys now have advantage
So
to hit that.
there's like a yellow kind of neon glow around each of them.
Ooh.
And yep, nope, that's it.
All right. So Scofa.
Alright. I'm gonna try this, see what happens.
Sure.
So I take the wool rod cestus in my hand. I'll try to punch it into its mouth and turn it on. I have advantage, right?
Sure.
What's in your hand?
The
hook.
cestus
So
wool rod.
we'll call it a called shot.
Somebody was trying to bite me.
Yeah. So I'll make it only a +2 to its armor class.
Okay.
And it's at disadvantage.
But he has advantage now.
But you have okay, yeah. So that cancels.
Cancels. Sweet. Alrighty. Alright, so 23.
So that definitely hits.
Okay.
Now you're gonna make just a straight dexterity roll to like activate it and pull your hand out.
21.
All right, yeah, it happens.
Sweet. Okay.
So it's there in its maw stuck in place.
Okay. Do I do
Well,
the regular damage? The D4?
Yes.
You're gonna kill
Okay. Alright, 6 damage.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So basically, this is what happens. You have the hook in your hand, kind of barely holding it so you can kind of activate because the switch is on the inside.
Yeah.
So you kind of like punch forward, and you hear something kind of rip in the back of its throat as you kind of let go.
Yeah.
And it's actually it just kind of dies, and then it hangs limply, like with its head kind of supported, and its body just kind of hangs kind of loose, almost unnaturally so.
Okay. So I'm like surprised by that, and I look stare over the other one and shoot an eye beam at it.
Sure.
Sweet.
All right, spend your.
At advantage.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Advantage,
yeah, advantage.
Alright, so that's a 14 to hit
Yeah, that hits.
for 5 damage.
All right. Red beam shoots from your eye and strikes it across the back, sizzling as it goes. Fender's next.
Run up on it.
Okay.
Going for a hack.
It's only 10 feet away, so.
It's another 16 on the die.
Yep.
Plus some change. 6 damage.
Alrighty.
Action surge.
Nice.
Forward again. Oh. That's a 2 and a 3.
Oh. So you were a little exuberant and you slipped in the mud a little bit. You don't fall over, but you feel a little embarrassed. Embarrassed. I'll work on it.
Attack me.
Sora.
All right. Dagger, stabby. I have advantage.
You do.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's go for second grapple. 19 on the die.
Yeah, definitely a hit.
All right. And do I get my sneak attack?
You certainly base the base with it.
Yeah.
You have advantage
Until
and
the
your
crap
base to
arms
base.
and can come down.
Oh yeah. Excellent.
Isn't it a... Don't you automatically double it if
No.
you have advantage or something?
No, just
Assassins.
let you do
Oh,
that.
Do it
assassins.
like
Assassins automatically crit if they catch you by surprise.
So that's 8 stabby damage and 7 sneak.
So 15 total?
Yeah.
Get off of me! 8 and 6.
Okay. So like it's got its jaws kind of around your midsection, and you manage to like kind of pull your arm free, and the opposite eye that you put out with the arrow, you stab in elbow deep
Yeah.
Nice.
until you feel its brain meets, and then it twitches a little bit. It has like the tiniest squeal, and then just kind of stops moving and like slumps to the ground, kind of taking you with it. You only fall like 3 feet or something, but like it's oof, and then it kind of like as it's in its death throes, its jaw muscles kind of slacken, and
Yes.
you're out of danger.
There's a weak spot on the inside. I was about to say.
I found one inside its head,
Good. Me
but
too.
it's heavy.
But yeah, your arm is covered in bug guts,
So I have an evil fist.
and it smells bad. It's like cat piss.
Yeah. So these things are edible.
Mm.
To you, maybe.
Yeah.
To an Orkindi and an orc, maybe
I'll cut off a piece that I lasered.
a little bit crispy.
Yeah.
All right,
Let's see,
you can roll. Roll your standard kind of D100 and add 6.
add 6.
Yeah.
All right. So 58.
That's pretty tasty.
All right.
I'll patch Sora up.
Thank you.
Might be better if we salted it.
I don't know, maybe some lemon or butter.
Maybe cinnamon.
So Tane calms down, and like the lightning
Thank you.
begins to fade away, and she's like, well, I suppose that's that.
Did you want to try some?
Sure.
Are they on the road or off the road?
You guys were probably camped a little bit off the road.
Yeah.
So yeah. So maybe like 50 feet from the road.
Just making sure we're not blocking the road with it.
Bug corpse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She tries a piece. Constitution saving throw. She manages to keep it down, but like she's making a face.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I'll.
So that kind of just solidifies.
I think
that
I'll pass.
You're like a garbage can. You'll just kind of eat whatever.
Eh.
And I'm one to talk because I'm made of metal.
All right. I think it's better as jerky. I'll, I don't know. If I can do
He ate like a rat off the floor.
Trying times, I suppose.
No, it wasn't.
No.
He just did it.
Well,
There's nothing wrong with a well-cooked rat.
That's where we found it.
I mean, we eat beetles.
I've had rad before. It's not my favorite.
something.
But he's like,
I don't like it, says Mose, and then he kind of pulls the blanket back over his head.
oh, I stopped the wheels on the bus.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. So
He just eats any old garbage he finds on the floor. I just don't. I mean, I honor. Kudos to you for your iron stomach.
It just tastes good.
No, it doesn't. I don't have taste,
Right.
but it doesn't.
That was a very neat maneuver with the hook and the...
Yeah, it just kind of came to me. Oh, I guess I should go in there and get that, huh?
yeah, it's still hanging like oddly in a mockery of still being alive.
Okay.
I want to try and cut the head off, so that it's just floating
Oh,
up there.
Right. I mean, given a 30 seconds or so of hacking, yeah, it's not that hard.
I turned the axe bigger, so that's easier.
Oh, yeah, sure. Tane seems impressed with that.
Oh,
maybe not for the reason you're laughing, but you have magic. That's impressive.
Do these
No, I
bug
don't.
carapaces look like they can be harvested and put on the wagon as armor?
I don't know. No.
Let's clean them off.
They do smell quite a bit,
And they've been hacked at.
but if you took time and care, it's possible.
Ooh.
Yeah, I mean they're burrowers, so they have to have. Let's be kind of
Chitinous.
You could
rugged.
make some horse armor.
I've only seen it written.
Sure.
Huh.
I have a rather empty cart right now, so I have no objections.
Sure.
I'll try my hand. Tane offers.
Woo!
So let's see.
I do apologize if I can't whoop you with guidance.
Tane kind of butchers the first one.
Eh.
And then she kind of like gives it throws up her hands in a huff, and if someone else wants to try.
Fender?
No, I don't want to touch that.
You can't smell.
That
You're
doesn't-
fine. You do
Yeah,
it.
but that just doesn't.
You chop the head off the other one.
Yeah.
Carefully
For
remove the carapace
jokes.
of it.
This is for purpose and utility.
We'll make our wagon look intimidating.
Survival roll.
15.
You get a few choice plates, not enough to like cover the wagon, but you basically have enough to like put like, I don't know, like a ram prow, like that much
Oh, cool.
on the front of the wagon. Like that's the amount that you salvaged. So like however you want to use it is fine, but like
Spinning rims.
if you think about like how like I don't know, 5 foot by 10 foot worth of carapace, and it's about, I want to say, an inch thick.
Ooh,
That's it.
Yeah,
that's pretty thick.
but it takes the better part of like 3 hours probably.
While you're harvesting, I'm gonna get to my Z's, get my spells back. If you don't mind.
Good idea. Resting is good. Yeah.
Oh yeah, let's see how far away from wake up time you were. Yeah, you were only 2 hours away from waking up anyway. So those of you who were interrupted and need to refresh your whatevers, go back to sleep for 2 hours and you're good.
Yay. Woohoo! Woohoo!
All right.
Does it heal up my 1 point left over?
Yeah.
Nice.
And it's probably, even though we're a little bit early, it's probably a good place to stop. Let's call you guys level 4 now.
Woohoo!
All right.
So we're doing the feats in the book there?
We each get 1 feat and 1 level up for skills, and
So I did the luck feat I've replaced with the luck score, so don't bother with that.
Okay.
But other than that, most of them I would say are fair game. I did also mention that you can. I guess this would have to be a story thing, so you would save the feat, but you can get a level 3 upgrade from the monk path if you wanted cybernetics for some reason. Although we'd have to work that into the story. That's not just going to be like lying around.
Yeah.
Um,
Can you raise your luck score as one of the attributes?
yes, it is an attribute, so you can raise it maximum 20, just like anything else.
you only get skill ups on the odds, right?
What do you mean?
Like
Your proficiency?
no. Like if I'm at a 14, it goes up at 15, or is it the other way around?
Other way around.
Yeah, the 14, 15 are 2, 16, 17 are 3.
So I have a 19 strength.
If you pumped it to 20, it would be
5.
that's 5. Yeah,
There are a few feats in there that do give you the +1
Yeah.
and something else.
that's true. Something to look at.
I'm into the shield one.
The Heavy Armor Master, I think, gives you +1 strength and will also give you like a damage reduction.
Yeah.
It's true.
But then I'd have to be in the heavy armor set instead of the medium armor set.
Yeah, it would depend on what like mode you're in.
Yeah. Oh, I think I'm gonna do the shield one. The shield one is pretty cool.
Shield is nice too. I'm going to take the Ritual Caster, but
Cool.
then also part of the feat also gives me 2 spells to start with.
Sure.
Should I wait on those 2?
Well, let's call alarm one of them.
Okay.
And just you don't have any trouble copying it. We don't have to roll or anything. And then you can pick another one, unless you had something else you wanted.
Well, best case for me, the feat gives me 2. I would be adding an alarm as
Oh,
third.
gotcha. I see what you're saying. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. So just pick 2.
I don't have the gold right now to scribe alarm into there,
Mhm.
so it won't be in there yet. Well, I guess, yeah, I can just, that would, yeah. I'm going to hold on to alarm and take 2 others.
Sure.
I am not going to roll for...
Yeah. Does anyone want to roll for hit points?
Yes.
Eric always wants to roll for hit
Eric
points.
always wants to roll for it.
Is that a 7?
That's a 7.
Nice.
Wow.
Gambled and won.
All right. 7 plus 4.
Right. You have the mad constitution.
Yeah.
I have a good con. It just
Yeah,
doesn't
yeah,
come
yeah.
up.
You have a pretty good constitution as well.
I originally was going to go with an 18 con, but I moved that over to luck.
That's right. Good.
That would have been helpful for everybody, I think, if I'd done the same.
All right. Well, thank you everybody for joining us. Another pretty heavy RP episode, which I love. Sprinkled with a little bit of a random encounter at the end. Please join us next time for the party's continuing journey towards Six-Sided Sea and I think eventually Foundry.
Yeah.
This has been Kicking the Door.
Whoa,
I've been Steven, your Dungeon Master.
that's Matt.
That's Ant.
That's Eric.
Oh,
Wait, that's Matt?
Missed that one.
Oh,
it's okay.
Devin. It's Fender.
Good night, everybody.
Night.
Confuse me.
Pay attention.
Okay.
Excellent. Level up.